You so much for the introduction, and thank you guys for being here today to learn more about Texas State. We're so excited that you have made time out of your day to join the webinar. And like Daisy mentioned, please feel free to utilize the chat box or wait till the end of the presentation, and I will be happy to answer any of your questions. But I will go ahead and share my screen. If no one can see it, please let me know and we will do our best to fix that for us. So I'll go ahead and navigate to the slide here. All right, hopefully that is viewable for everyone. So this is Texas State University. Now, before I get into the details of what is Texas State, where are we located, which probably is a lot of your questions, what I'll do is I'll start out with a video because I feel like that's the best way for you to have a visual of what your experience will be like at the institution. So I will go ahead and get that started. It does have music with it, so Daisy, you can give me a thumbs up or thumbs down if you can't hear it, but we'll go ahead and get that started. No, thumbs down. I was more hopeful for a thumbs up. Let me see. That's okay. Easy fix. I just need to go to share on Zoom here. If not, that's okay because it's just music, but we'll see. Usually allows you to share with sound too, but that's okay. We'll go ahead and continue. Again, it is just music, and so the video is basically the big bulk of what I would want you to look at. So I'll go ahead and play it so at least you guys can see a little view of Texas State. Well, I hope that got you a little bit excited about all of the offerings that we have at Texas State and more to come. One of the first questions I get are, why are the students jumping in the water in the video? But I promise I will explain that later on. Now, probably what you have in your mind, if you've never heard of Texas, or maybe you have, but you've never heard of San Marcos, that is where our main campus is located. So from the map here, you can see we are sandwiched between Austin and San Antonio, Texas. So if you do come to our institution, you will fly into Austin's International Airport. We will welcome you and pick you up with our shuttle, and we will bring you to the campus. So you don't have to worry about making your way down. We will be happy to pick you up and bring you to campus. Now, because of our rapid growth, we actually do have another campus, which maybe you saw from the video, known as Round Rock. So just a few minutes up from Austin, that's our other campus that is rapidly expanding. You are able to choose which campus you go to, but it does depend on the major that you select. So really keep that in mind when it comes to choosing your program, because you can end up on our Round Rock campus or our San Marcos campus, but either are beautiful and growing. Within the community of San Marcos, we do have 70,000 people in population. So I know some of you on the call might be from larger cities, but this could be a really great opportunity with you to connect with the community. You can go to larger cities on the weekend since we are near Austin and San Antonio, but have that welcoming family environment when you live in the city of San Marcos or Round Rock. Now we do have 38,000 students on our campus, which is a lot. And over a little bit of 1,000 are international students from 85 different countries. So when you come here, just know that there'll be people from all over the world that will be able to help guide you to the campus and also make you feel welcomed. We celebrate diversity. We're also Hispanic speaking, so we are a Hispanic serving institution as well. So we do really embrace different cultures from around the world. Now, about the institution, we are 125 years old this year, so we are super excited. You will probably see our social media blow up with all the fun things to celebrate from May all the way until the end of the year that we're being 125 years old. So we're really proud of that. We started as a teachers college, so if there's individuals wanting to be teachers within education, we have a lot of programs within that field since we were a teachers college in the beginning. You guys probably know that the US elections are this year, and Texas State has been chosen to host the presidential debate live on our campus. So if you guys get to come in fall 2024, just know that you have the opportunity to go in person and see this live presidential debate, which is really cool. Now, we do have over 200 programs, so I'm not going to bore you today and read all 200 programs to you, but we will provide you a view book, a digital view book that you can download and have on your cell phone or your computer to look at our programs. Now, I did want to show you a little overview of campus. I know you saw the video, but these are pictures just to give you an overlook of the campus. These pictures to me do not do it justice. It's 10 times more beautiful in person. And as you can see from the top left-hand photo, the campus is very large. So we own all of those buildings. We own 27 apartment complexes, just to put it in perspective of all the students we are housing, as well as we own our own river. So all the students that were jumping in the river earlier, we own that river. And so especially now as it's getting warmer outside, students are going and swimming and just picnicking and enjoying being outside. Now, as you probably know, in America, we have a lot of traditions when it comes to school spirit. We love our schools. And so here at Texas State, we do the same, but our mascot is a bobcat. So you can see his picture in the left-hand side. Our colors are maroon and gold, like my background. And we also do hand signals. So something that I do want to share, because in every country, hand signals are different. In the bottom picture, you can see that the girl is doing this. That's a bobcat claw. So if you look at our pictures, a lot of students are smiling, making this little claw. They're celebrating our mascot of being a bobcat. Now, on the other hand, she's making the shape of Texas. So if you go to Google Maps, with our hands, this is the best that we could make with the shape of Texas. So just know people are celebrating being in the state of Texas and especially Texas State. Now, everyone in the video earlier was jumping into the river. I promised I told you I would tell you what that means. Whenever students graduate from our campus, they jump into our river to celebrate graduating. So it's a really sweet ceremony where they grab their family members, they grab their friends, and they pull them into the river. Now, you do not have to jump in the river if you do not want to. Do not feel obliged, but it is really fun just to celebrate that you're ending your studies and that you're going off to be a professional. So it is really nice. Now, as you can imagine, having 38,000 students on campus, we want to best serve you. We want you to feel comfortable making that transition to wherever you are right now, all the way to Texas State, and enjoy your time here. So all of these amenities are included. So just keep in mind whatever I'm about to mention is included to you being a Texas State student, so you have that support. Now, the ones that I will highlight from this page is that we do have a student health center. So if you're wondering, oh, what will happen if I go to America and get sick? Well, the great thing is we have that student health center on campus within walking distance. Then you're there and can get that support that you need. We do have a new state-of-the-art student center right here. So you can see in this glass building that we do have that so that you are able to get any type of service. So say you need to go get something to eat, we have dining options on the first floor. The second floor, we have an information desk as well as a bookstore. So you can buy clothing to represent Texas State. Another important factor is in the US, we drive a lot. So we like to go places. And I know making that transition, getting a vehicle is hard. But at Texas State, we have you covered. So we have this shuttle down here that is essential for international students, and it is free. So anytime that you need to use it, you just walk to it, tell them where you need to go, and it will take you throughout the campus and in the city of San Marcos. So you can really go anywhere in the community that you need to go. So it is a really great service to all students. Now, I listed a few pictures here. We have over 350 student organizations, so I couldn't fit all of their photos on here. But just to show you how active our international students are, like I mentioned, we do have over 1,000. So they are active in their own communities, but also we have international student associations where all cultures come together and they have formed their own organization to celebrate all of the festivities and holidays that you celebrate in your home country. Now, we do offer student support as well that is free to you. So, free tutoring and writing, because of course you're making a transition to college, so it'll be a little different. Immigration support when it comes to your visa, and also just keeping up with your immigration documents while you're in the university, which is very helpful. And we do have counseling support services and even more. So all of this will be available to you to ensure you're as successful as possible. Now, if you haven't heard of Honors College before, this is a really popular organization in the United States. This could be something of interest to you once you are admitted as a Texas State student. But what Honors College is another student organization, essentially. So it is a prestigious organization where you do have to maintain a higher GPA. So you do need to keep your grades up when you are in this program. But it comes with really awesome benefits, such as additional scholarships. You can study abroad again. I know you'd be studying abroad at Texas State, but you could do a summer trip, and Honors College would help provide funds for that program. So this is a really great opportunity for you if you are looking to challenge yourself and joining an organization that will implement those challenges as well, but comes with benefits as well. Now, for career support, we want you to be as successful as possible when going and graduating Texas State. So we have all of this included to you. So you can see in the left-hand column, our students have gone off to do amazing things. So they've gone off to work for Amazon, Tesla, and Salesforce, just to name a few. And they utilize our services to become successful. So 15 times a year, we have a career fair, which is crazy. That's a lot of career fairs. But it gives you the opportunity to be able to, how would you say, market yourself, right? So if you're a graduate student looking to find a job, this is the great place to do it. And even for undergrad students, go here and just practice, you know, go there and practice interviewing with people. And that way you can start feeling more comfortable, especially getting that training and comfortability and promoting yourself in the US to find that job. We do offer on-campus and post-graduation support as well. So if you're getting close to graduating, we will still guide you the whole way through. And we do have resume reviews. So we help you create your resume to ensure that you're selling yourself as best as possible. Now, I know I have right here, it says 25 on-campus housing options, but fun fact, we launched 2 new ones this spring, so that is 27 housing on-campus housing options now. And as you can see from the photos, the apartments are absolutely beautiful. They all include different amenities, so it is really the comfort of you. Do you like having a roommate? Do you like cooking? I can't cook, so it's better for me to use a meal plan, but really they're each customized and you can select which apartment fits you best. All the costs are different as well, since it does depend. Do you want the kitchen? Do you want a roommate? But just know we want you to find the best housing option that fits you to feel comfortable and be successful while at the school. Now, for students who are over 20 years old, so if we have some older students on the call today, you are able to live off campus. Your first year coming to Texas State. So while we do have different apartments available that I'm happy to walk through as well, just know that we do have still those 27 options. So that could be a better fit where you don't have to worry about transportation and that you're close to all of your classes. So that is definitely something to consider. Now, when it comes to housing, just note, because I get this question quite often, is that you cannot apply until you're admitted to an institution. You are more than welcome to look at the apartments. We have videos online, pictures, layouts as well. I'll actually put it in the chat so that way you guys will be able to see those options. Let me go ahead. But just keep in mind that you wouldn't be able to actually reserve your room until after you're admitted. But the great thing is, once you're admitted, get your housing booked, then you are ready to come to Texas State. So I'll go ahead in case you want to look at all the 27 apartment options here. Oops. I don't know if it'll let me, but I will go ahead and just put it in the chat and we'll send it at the end. All right, so continuing from this slide, like I mentioned earlier, I did not want to read all 200 programs to you because it can get really overwhelming, but we do have different colleges from this slide. So you can kind of get a better understanding of what majors do we offer. So like the College of Business, we know will offer, business administration, marketing, etc. The only program that doesn't really match its programs underneath it is the College of Applied Arts. So the College of Applied Arts actually houses programs like military science, organizational leadership, social work. So you can see it's a bunch of different programs under one college. So if there is a certain program that you are looking for and you can't find it, I highly suggest for you to double check under the College of Applied Arts. Just in that case, your program is hidden since it is our jack of all trades is what we call it. Now, when it comes to you guys coming to the US, we guide you through the whole process. You are receiving step-by-step instructions from us throughout the way so that you don't have to worry about, okay, what's my next step? So when it comes to immigration, whenever you get admitted to an institution, you get this form called an I-20. This I-20 is what you'll use to go to your visa consulate and have your interview to be able to come to the US. So this is sent to you via email. There's instructions on how you can get your I-20 because you do have to ask our team to send it to you. But the good thing is you get it in 2 days. So once you make that request, the turnaround time is very quick. It's sent to your email. So there's nothing really that you need to do other than to email us and say, hey, I've been admitted to Texas State. I'm ready for my I-20 now. So this is the same for both undergrad and graduate students. Just with graduate students, it takes within 5 business days. So just a little bit longer. But again, the good news is that all the information is being sent to the email that you put on your application. Now, probably what you guys are waiting for, one of the most other popular questions is the cost, right? How much does it cost for me to come here? And so I will share my screen in just a moment because I know this slide can be a little bit confusing. I'm a visual learner, but what I do want to show you at least is the tuition. So just keep in mind on this slide, this is only the cost of your classes. Now, so if we went for undergraduate students, if you are taking 5 courses. In the United States, typically all students take around 5 courses on average. You're going to pay around 12,000 US dollars per semester. In the US, what a semester means is that we go from January to May, so that's 1 semester, and then we go from August to December. So we have new classes from August to December. So you're paying around 25,000 US dollars per year for just taking your courses. So I did want to better explain what that means. For graduate students, you will pay, as you can see at the bottom section, you'll pay around 16,000 US dollars for the year for all of your classes. This is due to you taking a few lesser classes than undergrad students because master's courses are a little bit more intense than undergrad, and that's really the price difference there. And what I will do is I do have a really nice cost breakdown chart I'd like to show you so you can have a better understanding of, okay, how much am I going to spend as a student? So I'm going to go ahead and switch my screen here so you can see. This one, I just need to, okay, perfect. So this is our cost of attendance chart. So this puts it in a better perspective, I feel like. So for undergraduate students, graduate students, you can kind of keep the same chart in your mind when it comes to books, room and board, and personal expenses. But for graduate students, yours will be, for example, the 16,000 a year. So if we're going for undergrad, you guys are non-residents. So even myself, I'm not originally from Texas, so I would be with you guys in the non-resident section. But what it's showing you is that based on your personal expenses, this can change. So this is all about how frugal you are, how much do you spend. Room and board can also change. So what apartment do you choose? What's your meal plan? We did pick an average cost. So this is not the set one. It can definitely be lower, but it is up to you as a student what housing you select, your books and supplies on average, and here the tuition. So in total, everyone keep in mind, not scholarships included, we will cover that in just a second, is 42,000 US dollars for everything. And this is for you again living on campus, having your all of your classes. So this is a really great price for a public institution, but again, this does not include scholarships yet. But I did want to provide this chart just because I feel like it does a nice overview of a breakdown for you. Now, one of the scholarships I am going to cover in a second, you will hear me say Texas resident. So just know the scholarship I'm about to explain to you, you have the opportunity to get in-state cost. So then you only have to pay this column. So we'll go ahead and jump back into the other slide here so I can go over that scholarship opportunity with you guys. So jumping back, okay. So when it comes to scholarships, I know this slide can look a little overwhelming because there's a lot of points, but what happens is for undergraduate students, we do have an abundance of scholarships. So we have, based on your GPA, you can be awarded automatic scholarships. So do really well in your studies, keep pushing hard, because those can really pay off with the merit or assured scholarships because they're automatic to your account. We do have other opportunities for you to stack scholarships. We have our own system known as the BOSS system. So you can not only get automatic scholarships for your scores, but you can also get competitive scholarships as well that you apply for and you can keep stacking on top of your merit or assured scholarship. These scholarships can range all the way up to 48,000 US dollars over 4 years. So it's a really nice benefit for you. And this does not include working on campus. So if you get a scholarship and you're like, hey, Courtney, I still want to, get job experience, I would like more funding. Well, great. You're still able to work on our campus and you're able to apply to our student job portal. And you can get a minimum wage that week for every hour that you work. So it is a really great scholarship and the benefit of being to work on campus. If we have any transfer students on the call, we have opportunities for you as well if you would like to transfer to Texas State. So you can see we have $2,000 to $8,000 worth of scholarships for you. It just comes with a little bit higher GPA since you've already done studies in college. And for graduate students, right now, what we offer for international students are graduate assistantships. Your cost of funding is lower than undergrad students when it comes to classes. So because of that, we do offer the graduate assistantships that allow you to work and you can get that all towards your tuition. So however long you work for the department, so I guess I'll back up and explain what a graduate assistantship is in case you've never heard of one. But basically, a graduate assistantship means that you're going to work for a department for the set amount of time that you're at Texas State. So, for example, I'll pretend I'm from Germany. Let's just throw it out there. So I'll be like, hey, my name's Courtney. I'm from Germany and I am coming to your business program in fall 2024. I would love to be a graduate assistant for you and help you, XYZ. So I would be typing this email to the department and then the department would respond to me, yes, we have an opening when you're coming in fall 2024, or please talk to X department in X office. Anyways, they'll just keep connecting me with opportunities. And then you do an interview, just like today, how we're on Zoom or Microsoft Teams, for example. Those could be a great way for you to have a call, see if you're interested, if you guys would work well together. And if so, they would tell you, like, yes, you can apply, we'll accept you. And then you'll go and work for the department during your 2-year master programs. Your masters can be a little bit longer than 2 years, but average is 2 years. So that could be a great way for all of your funding to go to your tuition, and that could help cover those costs as well. Now, the scholarship that I was mentioning, where you could get in-state tuition, is the $1,000 or more. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, the fifth bullet point down. So all undergraduate students who receive a scholarship from us of just $1,000. So say you apply to 10 scholarships through our competitive portal that I was talking about, and you get $1,000 and $1,050. We'll say that. Well, great. You got over $1,000. So you qualify for in-state, and now you're only having to pay 29,000 US dollars for everything instead of the 42. So this could be really, really great for any undergraduate student thinking about applying, because we have a really great scholarship opportunity for you. Now that's all I had today about Texas State. I did want to provide you the webpage where you can download the view book. Again, this is an international recruitment booklet. If you came and saw me in your home country, I would be using this, and it lists all of our programs and more information about Texas State. I was downloading it, but it shows me that it's a PDF. So I'll just put the link in the chat. And if you scroll to the very bottom, it says view book and it's a PDF, so you can download it. So I will go ahead and put it in the chat, if that's okay, Daisy, and we can merge it
Yeah.
over. Thank you.
Yeah, I
But
went ahead and shared the other link as well, Courtney.
oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Well, thank you guys so much for listening to me. I know it's a lot of information, especially at one time about a college, but you do have Wellspring here to assist you as well, and myself. And so if you do have questions later on, please feel free to reach out to us so we can clarify your doubts. But if anyone has any questions, I'm going to turn it over to Daisy.
Yeah.
But yes, thank you guys so much.
Yeah, thank you so much for giving us so much information about Texas State. It's very nice to hear a bit more about like the culture and how things are. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I know we've had a Q&A option open, but now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna allow our any individuals attending to talk. So just go ahead, raise your hand if you do have a question, and you can unmute or excuse me, I am unmuting you and you can ask Courtney a question if you do happen to have any questions. So, um, Courtney, I do believe that you guys have merit fellowships, correct, for graduate students. Can you talk a little bit about those?
Yeah, let me go ahead and pull that up, and that way we can have the information here for everyone. I'm glad you brought that up. So I will switch my screen. I'll put it in the chat. Well, I'll do both. Trying to decide the best form of action here. Let's see.
Yeah, thanks.
So, yeah, of course. So, like Daisy mentioned, this is our scholarships and fellowships webpage. So if we do have any graduate students here on the call, this could be a really great opportunity for you to look and reach out to see what other opportunities we have for graduate students outside of graduate assistantships, which that one is our most popular one. But what you're able to do is find a list here of thesis reports. So if research is important to you, something to keep in mind is Texas State is on the path to R1, which is huge. Right now we are R2, which means Basically, we're pouring more support into our research programs, and R1 is the highest level of a research college that you can have. And so we're making it our mission to become one of the most well sought out research institutions that can be. So we are super excited about that, and we're very grateful for those opportunities. So if that's something that you're interested in, this fellowship could be very important to you and also the institution, because we are providing all of these efforts, which you can see are reflecting to fellowships now because we've put that into place. Now, if you are interested in doing a PhD, I don't know how high the levels go from people on the call today, but we are offering a doctoral fellowship. So a doctoral, basically funding, I will say, for even international students. So if you're interested in doing your doctorate at Texas State, once you finish your master's, then you are more than welcome to apply for the Doctoral Merit Fellowship and get funding for your PhD program, which is amazing. You don't see very many colleges offer that. So we're really happy to support our PhD programs. But like Daisy mentioned, this could be a really great opportunity for you guys as well, to look into these fellowship programs because they are very niche based on what you're studying, what you're looking for. But we do have the link there so you could read more in detail about each one, to see if it best fits your interest and your personal goals. Oh, I see someone raise their hand. Sonia?
Yeah. Yes. You can go ahead and speak, Sonia. Sonia, did you have a question? Let's see. Well, they just lowered their hand, so maybe it was addressed already. Um, so what are your most popular majors at Texas State University for undergrad and graduate?
Oh my, that's such a hard question. I would say I'm glad you brought that up. So we did put the link in there for you guys, but I'm happy to show my screen just so you can see a glimpse of our programs. Just know in advance there's a lot on this little page.
Yeah.
So this is a breakdown of all of our colleges, so you can see they're color coded at the top just to make it easier to find. And anything with a B is a bachelor's, M is
Hmm.
master's, and D is doctoral. So I would personally say for graduate programs, our most popular is the sciences. So computer science is huge for the graduate level. Construction management has also been very popular, especially if you're into architect or industrial. Even though we offer industrial engineering, usually students go between that one and construction management, because they do want to build buildings or, again, kind of that architecture type of
Hmm.
major. So those three have been really popular, and nursing has been, well, that's a bachelor's program, but the nursing bachelor's program has been competitive. So yeah, I would say the sciences is a big one, and data analytics for, where's the College of Business? Here we go. And data
Hmm.
analytics for the master's program. If we have
Hmm.
any students on the call, because international students have been asking me a lot for data science,
Yeah.
data analytics is the way to go.
Hmm.
Because all of the courses that you would study in data science are in our program of data analytics. Now you're probably wondering, Courtney, why are there so many stars everywhere? What are the what are these? Those are all STEM programs. So if we have anyone who wants to be in a science, technology, engineering, or math related field, anything with a star signifies that it is that type of program. If you choose a STEM major, you can study in the US up to 3 years upon graduating from your master's. So that is something to keep in mind with your personal goals. Is that something you're looking for? Now, when it comes to bachelor programs, the most popular ones that I've been seeing recently from international students are nursing. Business administration has been a popular one as well, just because our business program is really competitive and it's a great program. And I'd probably say the other one will be, again, kind of like computer science. Even at the bachelor's level, it's pretty popular. But you guys can
Okay.
see there's a lot to choose from. In
Yeah.
August of this year, we'll launch new programs, so that's super exciting. But for now, if there are people on the call still looking for fall 2024, just keep in mind these are the programs that we currently have available.
Thanks, Courtney.
Yeah.
I did have one question come in. I do not believe you guys do you have anything major wise relating to plant breeding?
I was looking at that as well.
Yeah.
No, we don't have anything that
Okay.
specific. Let's try to see who put this in here. G1. So I don't know if he would be open. I don't know if he's on the call anymore. Um,
Yes, he
but I
still
don't know.
is. Mhm.
Okay, I couldn't see him in the screen. But if he's open to other programs, I'd highly suggest him to kind of take a look at that um view book, just because we don't have that specific one, but there could be a program that's really close that could still allow him to achieve the same mission, right? So a lot of our programs do have curriculum with the programs that you're looking for built into them. So like data science, like I mentioned, that was a popular one I was being asked about. In data analytics, they're going to study courses of data science. So, in regards to if you are looking for that specific program, unfortunately, we don't have it that specific,
Mhm,
but
mhm.
there are opportunities where those programs can be embedded already in curriculum. We just have to find the right program for you. And so, I'm more than happy to look through those curriculums to help you find the best interest. Just let us know, and that way we can look further for you to provide you those options.
Thanks, Courtney. I'll go ahead and share the links to the catalogs
Oh, thank
to
you.
Juan. Looks like Anil has a question raised their hand.
Yes.
So, Anil, if you want to go ahead and talk, you're welcome to do so.
Excuse me. What about the gap period? What about the gap period? I have a gap of 10 years on my educational gap period. What about that?
Yeah, that's a great question. So at Texas State, we do not have a set number of gap. So we don't say, after 10 years you can't apply. We have an endless gap. So like you mentioned, if you do have a 10-year gap, that's no problem. You're still welcome to apply for any of the programs. All you have to do is to write a statement of purpose. What have you been doing during the 10 years? What is your work experience? Or if you've been in education, or kind of your time of the 10 years. So that way, when you're applying to the master's program, I assume you might be applying for, then you're telling the college, hey, this is what I did with my time. This is why now I'm coming back for my master's. But again, we accept students of any gap level. So 10 years or more, it's perfectly fine.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Hello,
Uh,
Miss.
Hello.
Hello. Can I ask something, Miss?
Yes, yes, please.
Hello. Am I audible?
yes, Juan, you are audible. Um, you want to go ahead and ask your question?
Maybe he can't
Uh,
hear. Let's see.
yeah.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
can, we can.
I would like to ask a question.
Okay,
I
go
think there
ahead.
is an internet problem. Okay. Actually, I have completed my bachelor degree and I'm working as a agriculture officer in Nepal. So I would like to apply for the MSc in plant breeding and genetics. I think, as you said, there is no any specific course in Texas University, but somewhere I think there is a course related to plant breeding and genetics. So I wonder if there is any fully scholarship provisions or fully funded provisions. Like, is there any scholarship for that one?
I think, okay, I'm going to wrap my head around your question. Because I know you mentioned that you are currently in Nepal doing agriculture related. I know you mentioned a specific major having to do with plants. I do want to specify that we don't have that specified major at Texas State, but we do have other options. So if you are interested in studying some form of agriculture, I'm happy to show you those programs just to see if it could be of interest of what you're studying right now in Nepal. When it comes to the scholarships, kind of what I went over in the presentation, there's not a specified scholarship just for like the plant science or agriculture, for example. All of the scholarships are open to all students, international and domestic. So if you are looking to come for your master's, you can apply for the graduate assistantships. You can apply for the scholarships and fellowships page that Daisy put in the chat. So there are also other opportunities for funding. Just there's not like a specific one for the plant major that you're referring to. But I hope that answered your question.
Is there any, can I get any link of the graduate assistantship where the agriculture research is happening going on?
Yeah, of course. Oopsies, I clicked out of my thing here.
Yeah, I'm happy to go ahead and share that with him.
My last question, my can I have my last question?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
I've been hearing that for master degree in America that we have to do IELTS exam and GRE examinations. So is that a mandatory for us, or is GRE mandatory?
Yeah, no, that's a really great question. So, kind of what he's saying is when it comes to studying in the US for any program, so bachelor's or master's level, you do need to have IELTS, Duolingo, woo, that word today. PTE, IELTS, there's different English tests that you can take in order to be admitted to Texas State. So he is correct where you do need to take one of those tests, again, all levels, to make sure that you do have the capacity in English to understand. We want you to be able to come here and feel comfortable in your classes. It's going to be a different way of teaching. And so you do have to provide one of those English scores. Now, to answer your question, when it comes to the GRE, which I know is a popular one, every program is very different. So some programs make you take the GRE. So, for example, I know computer science that will make you take the GRE, that program. Now, when it comes to, I was looking here, we do have a master's. I don't know if this is one you'd be interested in. We have a master's of integrated agricultural science. And with that program, no GRE is required. So that could be a really great opportunity for you, but you are correct, or at least you need to take an English test as well outside of that.
Okay,
Thank
ma'am.
you,
Thank you.
Courtney.
Yeah.
Joanne, we're going to go ahead and move on to, it looks like Sonia might have a question related to a master's in computer science. Sonia, was there something that you're curious about regarding the computer science program? Looks like.
Based on our question from Sonia, I can do my best to answer with the question that was given. So
Okay.
Sonia, if you feel more comfortable chatting with us, please feel free to do so. You definitely don't have to unmute, or you can email Daisy or myself privately after. But when it comes to the supervisor for masters, I assume that you're trying to find maybe an advisor or maybe someone within the program to guide you about the program. If you go to our graduate programs link, I don't know if Daisy has this, but if not, I have it right here. I'm happy to send it. You will select my words this morning, I swear. Select computer science masters. And if you scroll down just a little bit, it has the contact of advisor and advisor support. So if you're trying to find a supervisor for the master's program, those are the people that you'll reach out to ask more about computer science. Again, I can answer the generic questions of like the admissions process, the courses that you'll study. But if you're wanting to talk to a supervisor, like you're mentioning, on that page, just scroll down maybe 2 scrolls, and there's contacts there for you. So those are the supervisors.
Okay, I'll go ahead and share that link to the computer science program.
Thank you.
Um, Okay.
So,
Another, yeah, it looks like Sonia raised their hand now. Um, so Sonia, if you wanted to go ahead and type in, or you can talk as well, whatever questions you may have.
Hello.
Hey
hello.
there.
Hello, I am speaking from Bangladesh. Currently, our visa processing here in America has become very difficult. Actually, I am very afraid to take admission. They can help for apply in America in your university. Anyone?
It sounds like she might be, you're just wondering about like the application process, Sonia, for a
Actually,
particular.
actually, Miss, actually, Miss, I want to say. Currently, our country visa processing is very difficult. They always reject any type of student or any type of visa. So can I help your university from any type of help in admission, money for admission?
Um,
Actually,
yeah, I'm happy to go ahead and share information on the admissions process if that's what you're asking. So,
Miss, I don't understand. Actually, I want to say that visa processing is very difficult.
mhm.
Very difficult. That's
Yeah,
why
and so
Bangladeshi people, actually Bangladeshi student, they are afraid admission in America.
Mm.
yeah, that's totally understandable. So at Texas State, when it comes to our international student population, I was going to look for you right now because Bangladesh is actually one of our top countries that are sent to Texas State. So you are correct. I understand the visa process is very difficult. You do need to apply to an institution early. So if you are planning to come for fall 2024, a lot of students from India, Bangladesh, Nepal, they've, been applying since early this year, like January and February. So to answer Sonia's question, like if you are interested in studying abroad, we're more than happy to have you. But unfortunately, if you are coming from a country where the visa is difficult, that's when it means you need to take time to prepare, right? Like you need to make sure that you have the program that you're interested in, the intake, and apply early. So that way the visa slots are open, or I should say there's availability of when you want to apply, and it still gives you time to get your visa and come to the US. So if you are experiencing difficulties right now with the visa, I just looked and currently we have 145 Bangladeshi students on our campus. So that's a very large number. But that doesn't mean they didn't have difficulties getting here for sure. So again, if you are interested in applying, just really look at, do you have time to come for fall 2024? Are there visa openings, or is it more suitable to maybe apply during a spring semester? So in the US, the great thing is we do have spring intakes as well. And that way you can apply for the visa consulate interview this fall whenever you're admitted and have plenty of time to come to campus in January.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Courtney. It's really cool to hear about the number of individuals on campus from Bangladesh. Yeah, that's very neat. Like to hear that. So we're gonna just allow for maybe one or two more questions if there are any. Here, we'll give you guys an opportunity to ask Courtney another question or two here. We really do appreciate her time today.
Oh yeah, and if there are any students on the call today, I don't know what countries are represented besides I've read Nigeria and
Yeah.
I just heard Bangladesh. But if you guys ever want to talk to a student from Texas State from your country just to see what it's like from their perspective, I'm happy to connect you because we do have student organizations that are their own country. So for example, we have Nepalese Student Association, we have African Student Association. So all of these students not only have their own organization, but they also have a big one that's called International Student Association. So different presidents of those country organizations come together, and it's really cool. But if you guys would like to make that connection, just so you feel more comfortable in the transition, please let us know. And that way we can connect you with the organization. And that also is usually really helpful to talk to another student from your country.
That's really great to hear. So it sounds like people will be getting, support, based on like the country that they're from. It's great to hear that Texas State is, really so supportive of international students. I went ahead and shared a link um, for the admissions process for international students, and I've shared many links with you guys. Like I said earlier in the meeting, I'm going to go ahead and share a recording. We really appreciate Courtney being here today. And we're so happy that everyone took time out of their day to learn a little bit more about Texas State. And we're happy to support you guys along your journey. So yeah, Courtney, is there anything else you had for today?
I don't think so. I really
Okay.
appreciate, like Daisy said, everyone being here. And Daisy, thank you for organizing everything.
Yeah, no problem. All right, Courtney. Well, thank you so much. You have a great rest of your day, and I hope everyone else does too.
Thank you guys. Bye, everyone.
Bye.